We are, of course, following breaking developments in the Middle East as the U.S. and Israel launched strikes on Iran, an operation that killed Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei. Our political analyst, Dr. Ed Lynch, joins us now to break down what this means for the region and the world. First of all, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Good to be here.
Absolutely. And I want to put this into context, how this joint strike really came about and what some of the objectives are behind it.
Okay, well, the primary objective is twofold. Number one, to prevent Iran or the Islamic regime in Iran from ever getting a nuclear weapon. The world can't afford that. It would be catastrophic. And two, to break up their support of terrorism. This is a regime that has supported terrorism and terrorism against the United States since the revolution in 1979. And both Israel and the United States government have decided enough is enough.
Absolutely. And now one of the biggest things to come out of this strike is, of course, Iran confirming the death of their supreme leader. How significant is this for both their military and in a political sense?
Oh, it's very significant because this was a very top-heavy, very sort of hierarchical regime. So if you can kill or take out the top leadership, it means that a lot of people at the mid-level and the lower level aren't going to know exactly what to do. And that's very, very significant. The terrorism and the aggression and the violence that this regime has sponsored has all had the endorsement of the Ayatollah Khamenei. He's one of those who has chanted death to America, death to Israel. And look, the world is a safer place now that he's not in it anymore.
And President Trump, in his address to the Iranian people, said to overthrow their government. He told them to take charge and overthrow their government. But what would that look like?
It's hard to say. Well, first of all, let's remember that for several weeks now, hundreds of thousands of Iranians have been demonstrating, trying to get out from under this regime that's had them in thrall now for almost half a century. And the United States and Israel, through this strike, are trying to make that job of overthrowing this regime and getting to a more democratic, a more free sort of regime, a regime that has greater respect for women, a regime that has greater respect for diversity. All of those things become a little bit easier if the top tier of the oppressive regime is removed, is taken out.
And I want to talk a little bit about here at home. Very mixed reaction. You're not seeing that usual party line division. You're seeing some Democrats come out in support of the attack. You're seeing some Republicans come out and, denounce it. So you are seeing those very mixed reactions. Why do you think that is?
Well, because it's a very complex issue. Iran is a big country. It is a powerful country. It controls a hefty portion of the world's oil and natural gas. It is in a position to close a waterway called the Strait of Hormuz, through which 20% of the world's oil flows. So it's a very, very complicated matter. Of course, very conservative Republicans, they don't like war because war makes the government more powerful, and that's something that conservative Republicans don't like. Democrats, for their part, have been pressing on various regimes, various administrations, going back to, well, really Jimmy Carter, to do something about the problem of Iran. That, plus the fact that they don't know how this is going to go, has made some Democrats wary about criticizing the president.
And just lastly, really quickly, what should people here and around the world be watching for in the coming days? Because this is really unprecedented.
It is. If there is going to be regime change in Iran, it will have to involve the Iranian army. So what we need to watch for are defections from the Iranian army or perhaps from the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, fairly high-ranking people who will say, I'm through with this, I'm through with the regime, and then ask for a ceasefire and further negotiations. That's sort of the best-case scenario.
Gotcha. Well, Dr. Lynch, thank you so much for joining me.